After the death of a much-despised patriarch, a mysterious
Bark? A mysterious bark? 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 Bark?
Thank God we're not doing this live. I had thought about filming one, but no, this isn't it.
Oh, dear. Would you wear a shirt?
Welcome to the Vicis Interimo 30 Minutes to Kill podcast.
You are listening to the Vicis Interimo show, 30 Minutes to Kill, more or less. Lately it's been a lot more. This time I think it will be less. Actually, we're trying something different. We'll see how this goes. Anyhow, who are we? We are a horror movie review podcast featuring horror, suspense, and psychological thrillers. And a fat, out-of-breath host, I guess. You hear the heavy...
Just relax.
I want to get through this quick, because everybody that's already heard this has heard this. And the new people probably don't care.
Do you need to shorten your intro?
I might. I got a lot of plans for the new upcoming year here, you know, so maybe a shorter intro is one of them.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Okay, so you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Podomatic, and just about anywhere. Type in VICIS INTERIMO.
See, that could go at the end of the show.
Well, it could.
Did you used to say that at the end of the show?
I used to say it at the beginning and the end.
Oh.
Who are you?
I'm Lori.
You're my lovely wife and co-host, Lori. I am Michael Mad Saxon Jones, and our show generally contains 4 segments. Laid to Rest, where we tie up loose ends from previous shows, from previous weeks. We have a short movie review of our featured movie, The Unwilling, from, I guess, about 2017. Garbage In, Garbage Out is a segment where we talk about movies, TV shows, books, or anything we may have caught over the last week or so. And we generally end with a crawling chaos, a topic or factoid we have never talked about on the show before. Sometimes silly, sometimes serious, most always chaotic.
Do you have a crawling chaos for today?
No.
Maybe I do then.
I sure hope so.
We'll see.
Everybody will be so disappointed if there isn't one.
You think so?
No, I don't. Let's listen for
Would you be disappointed?
I might, yeah.
I'm always disappointed when we don't have one. Even if sometimes they're just really dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's listen for the gunshots. Okay, so anything from last week that you want to tie up? I guess this isn't... Oh, man. I'm not sure where to bring this up.
What?
I guess, well, here's the thing. So, just moving forward, we're going to be entering into a decade, or nearly a decade, of podcasting.
Wow.
At the next year, but that's coming fast. So anyhow...
Well, the decade went fast, so...
That's true.
Yeah, it's right around the corner, I suppose.
All right, so... a lot of changes and stuff, but I don't want to talk about any of those because, I mentioned something and then it doesn't happen and I feel bad and nobody...
Don't mention it then.
I won't mention it, but what I was going to say is, for clarification, because I do know we have new listeners, so I'm trying to get through this quick, but I'm going to say that at this time, I'm planning on keeping a year's worth of Throwback Thursday episodes.
Okay.
Previous, from the last 10 years or 9 or 8 or whatever it's been. I plan on keeping a year's worth of those, and the last 2 years worth of podcasts on here.
All right.
I only bring this up because
now, when you say on here, where do you mean?
That is on Podomatic.
Okay.
That's where. Now we increased our bandwidth. Base? Yeah, we increased our bandwidth thanks to our patrons and so on, and just a general need that I felt to increase it. But anyhow,
yeah.
Who are our patrons?
That would be at Lonely Bob, Big Al V, and Goldafish.
Absolutely.
The 3 best patrons anyone could ever have.
So with that in mind, that was what I wanted to cover. Did you want to cover anything from the previous show, which was the new Halloween 2018?
I don't think so.
No, was there? Okay, well, let's...
I had to spend all week telling everybody that I liked it. Dang it. Because everybody was dying to know. So, did you hate it? No.
Well, that's okay.
I liked it a lot.
All right, well,
Nabbit.
you know, unlike some folks, not mentioning any names or any podcasts, but we like to say that we're open-minded and try to be open-minded about
things. Say we are?
Well, I like to say it.
I really actually am.
Well, I think that you proved that to me when you said you liked Halloween.
Yeah, if there was anything I was going to be totally closed-minded to, this was going to be it. Okay. And I went. I gave it a chance, and I admit that I liked it a lot. So. All
right. Well, I think more people should do that on more subjects and more topics.
That would be nice.
Anyhow.
It would be a much better world.
This is true. Yeah, let's just get into the movie.
So what is our movie today?
Our movie is The Unwilling.
The Unwilling.
From 2017.
And what is different about this movie review?
We're going to try this and see how it works out.
It's going to work out great.
We'll find out.
We haven't seen it yet.
So here we go. Let's do the music. We'll do the music, maybe some music, and we'll do a trailer. You know, just so everybody is on the same page, because I know nothing about this movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still didn't say what's different about this movie review.
Oh well, I'm getting.
We're waiting. We're waiting with bated breath.
I'm going to do this after the music.
How are you feeling today, Mr. Harris? Father just died.
What are you saying? That there's a ghost?
I'm not crazy.
What is it?
A box. Maybe the will is inside the box. There's no opening.
Maybe it's some kind of puzzle.
So it's like some kind of a trap.
It presents you with something that you're attracted to, and you take it, and it kills you.
You didn't believe me?
So what are you saying, that Dad laid a trap? Now it's gonna kill all of us?
You have to leave your house right now. Help me.
Oh, for God's sakes, just open the damn thing! What is it?
It's everywhere.
So what we're doing this time, because we're all about the feels, is we're going to talk about this movie as we're watching it.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to add anything to it, or maybe it's just going to be lame. But
well, we won't have time to. It's just going to be kind of on the fly.
Like I said, since we're all about the feels, we're going to find out exactly how we feel while watching it. So I mentioned we know nothing about this movie except from 2016, 2017. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I went through our Netflix queue because we still rent DVDs through them, and I looked for horror ones, and I just bumped a few to the top, not really knowing. I just kind of randomly picked them. So yeah, I don't know either.
Okay.
So this will be fun.
I like the artwork on this. It looks really good. But here's the synopsis, if I can...
Artwork can be very misleading.
It can be. That's why they have, like, Frank Franzetta or whatever doing, or Boris doing, like, a lot of the covers for things.
Right. So far, we like the artwork. It gets a gold star. 1 star! Woohoo! All right, let's see where the rest goes.
After the death of a much-despised patriarch, a mysterious box shows up during the reading of a will, forcing the family to reckon with each of their own deadly sins.
Wow.
That sounds promising.
Indeed.
A little supernatural air there, reading of a will, and so on.
I thought it sounded pretty good.
Well, let's see what it's actually like. So, we like the way the menu looked, but I'm not going to say but.
This looks crazy, doesn't it?
Right. To me, it looks like it was filmed, shot straight for video.
Yeah.
Does it?
Well, yeah, it looks like I'll just say independent film. I hate to say low budget because you never know.
Right.
His instructions were very specific.
Do you know him? Nobody from his family.
Oh my gosh. It's Bishop.
Huh?
I said, oh my gosh, it's Bishop.
Yeah, it's like
Lance Henderson.
that was why I picked it too.
How could you go wrong?
Uh-oh. Wow, this just is jumping right in. It's nice he liked her hair because it's his now.
You think that's what it is?
Maybe.
Okay. You know what? Are we going to be the annoying people that talk through the movie?
What? You're not recording right now.
Yeah, I am.
What? Oh my gosh. You probably shouldn't be doing that.
He probably shouldn't be doing that if he just got that body.
Isn't that the first thing you would do?
Yeah, okay.
Oh. It's not what you think. Where is it?
I think it might be.
Okay, well already there's so many things going on that I am super interested in what's in that box.
Or what did that box do? Oh, we know that's a bad sign.
Okay, that didn't work at all.
When somebody starts to lose their hair.
Wow. Okay, yeah, we don't want a 2-hour us talking.
No, we don't want a running commentary on it.
That's a full house. Okay, pause this then.
Pause. Okay.
See, I figured we'd watch the whole intro of the movie and then we would talk a little bit.
Right.
Why does it look like it's over? Wow, that was really good.
That was the best short film ever.
Well, it almost works as a short film.
Almost does. You know what? This is something that we could have seen at the H.P. Lovecraft Film Fest. You know, I think.
Yeah, it was more complete than a lot of the short films we've seen.
That's true.
Okay, so far we like the look. Do you like the look of the film?
I do. Well, yes.
And I did forget Lance Henriksen was in it.
Okay.
But yeah. I put this movie on our list a long time ago.
Okay.
And I guess that was why.
All right, so I'm not going to keep this running commentary going on.
No.
Then. Okay, so we just watched the opening scene.
Yeah.
And now we're getting the credits. I love the fact that it jumped right in there.
Yeah, that was
the very first thing.
Cool.
I was a little trepidatious about the fact that it looked like it was shot straight to video. I'm not sure what the film. That's what it looked like to me. I am completely uninformed as to actual filming techniques and so on. I just know what we've seen or what I've seen, and it's okay. So that quality scared me, but they've done enough work in post to make it look rich.
Yeah.
And
him laying there in that bed, it looked crazy. It almost looked like it was colored in or something.
Yeah.
Like it had a cool look to it.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to...
Well, so it looked cool to you, but to me it looked... like I said, it looked like it was shot. I wish I had a good example of
it looked a lot better than...
But no, in the end it worked, and it didn't look like poor sci-fi.
Oh.
I was going to say, it looked like it was shot for sci-fi.
Oh, no.
It didn't have the look of that, and it was good. So I need to shut this off.
All right, well, let's dive in and
watch
see
the movie and see.
Because that was quite an intro.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to we'll take a few notes and we'll stop.
We'll see, and already that's a great. Like so many movies, I like to get hooked right away.
Yeah.
And so many movies don't do that. You have to keep hanging on and waiting for something to happen. This, like we said,
you think that opening scene was just enough to get you interested?
I'm very excited to see the rest of this
At this point,
thing.
we're excited and we want to see how the rest of it plays out. Then I hope it keeps the momentum. And
how could it not? It has a lot to live up to now. I mean, it's set the bar.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. They set the bar really high with their opening scene.
Yeah.
Now, can they carry through with the writing and everything else?
I think they can.
I hope they can.
They can do it. We'll see.
Okay.
So we've met all the characters.
So now we're
a lot of them.
A little deeper into the movie now. I think we're going to be limited because we have 5 people showing up to the reading of the will. At least 5 family members, so there'll probably be a lawyer and a couple other. But at this point, we've met most of the family, I'm assuming.
5?
I think so.
Okay.
But anyhow, what do you think so far? Do you want to talk about the characters? Do you want to... You're looking at me blankly.
Yeah. Still trying to count the 5.
Okay.
Everybody has showed up at... Well, we've got David.
Yes, this is at David's house.
Yes. I like all the characters so far.
You do? Okay.
Nobody is... Well, I mean, there's an ex-husband that was called in to be there, and everyone...
because evidently he's listed in the will.
Yeah, and people can't quite figure that one out.
Right.
But, so we've got, I think they're brother and sister, David and Michelle.
Right.
They're all at David's house.
Yep.
They made that character agoraphobic and OCD. What do you think of that?
I think, I don't know, because with the scene that just ended, I don't want to say it's played for easy laughs, because it's not. I'm sure it's going to come into the story more later.
Yeah.
It's easy to poke fun of a situation like that, but knowing people with that and having...
Well, and you're maybe just saying that because his cousin is laughing at him.
Probably so.
It was kind of done in sort of a... I mean, it made me smile.
Okay.
I like that they made him that way because in reality, I mean, a lot of people suffer from both of those, one or both.
Right.
So I'm sure it is going to play into the story somewhere.
Right.
But it's they've made each character have something interesting about
Separate
them.
and distinct. Okay.
His sister Michelle is super vain.
Yeah.
She's stopping to check herself out in the mirror and stuff. It almost feels like it's setting up like a Twilight Zone or something.
Well, see, now you took the words right out of my mouth because, yes, I'm thinking of the episode where everybody shows up and winds up wearing a mask.
Right. But hopefully not everyone here is awful. I mean, the guy David seems like a fine person. Mm-hmm. Michelle doesn't seem that bad either. She's just very concerned with her looks. And they all have...
And her ex-husband obviously left her or is now with a younger woman, so therefore I can only imagine that a situation like that is going to make you even more, perhaps.
And then their 2 cousins are there, Kelly and Darren. I'm assuming they're brother and sister, too.
Okay.
Darren is a drug addict.
Yep.
And was freaking out because he didn't get to meet with his drug dealer before they came.
Unreliable drug dealer.
And then Kelly, we haven't seen enough yet.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a personality or anything yet. Like, they labeled each character with some trait or interesting thing. And then, of course, the ex-husband, he brought... Yeah, you already said this. Did you say?
Yes, I did. He brought his younger...
Yeah.
Turns out fiancé now.
Yeah, he looks like he's... I don't know how old he's supposed to be. Yeah. Older than we are, maybe. And she looks like she's,
younger than we are.
Yeah. Much.
Right.
So, yeah, so far, I'm not seeing any bad acting. I'm not... Oh.
What, do you see something on my face?
Yeah, you made an expression.
And I literally bit my tongue. Go ahead with what you're saying, though.
Well, I'm not seeing any bad acting.
Okay.
I think they're all playing their parts... like they're supposed to.
Okay.
You see bad acting?
I'm not sure if it's bad acting or bad writing.
Okay. Well,
This is as I'm watching this. As I'm watching this, I'm not going to rank anybody here, but I do think that I'm seeing more believable and less believable performances. But it's the writing.
Well, it's a little over the top, is it not?
A little flat. I want to call it a little flat and a little over the top.
Okay.
The writing isn't quite there. It's missing its beats. It's missing its beats for me. The delivery of the lines and stuff, and I'm not sure if that's a technical issue. Maybe I'm worrying about this way too much.
You're worrying about it too much.
Possibly so, because I am overall enjoying the story.
Okay.
And I'm waiting to see what happens.
Because I've already started overlooking any kind of stuff like that. It feels like one of those where you just kind of go with it and enjoy it.
We should just enjoy it to the end
because
and see what we got.
They're over the top characters, and so it's like I'm taking it serious, but at the same time, I think it's
you're giving it a pass on certain things.
Fun, and where you can't take it too serious, you have to just have fun with it, maybe.
Okay.
But I think the story's getting ready to get into it.
Is that because the box arrived?
There's been a delivery. There was a crazy box with a crazy book.
Crazy octopus on it?
Yeah, it was a book, right?
There might be something in the box. We're not sure. Because it looked like it could have been a book or a box. They refer to it as a box. They've opened it up and... Well, something happened. We don't want to go into all that. But we also saw this in the opening scene.
Right.
Having said that, do you...
Well, what was the thing with the octopus on it?
Oh, I just said it was a Necronomicon or whatever.
It was a box,
everybody
right?
assumes that, no, that's a box.
Oh.
And it will open, and we'll see what happens from there.
I thought they took that out of... Well, they took it out of a box.
A box within a box.
That was delivered in.
Yes.
Boxes of boxes.
Boxes of boxes.
Okay, well, I only caught a glimpse of it.
Okay.
We hit the pause button.
Okay.
But I think we'll probably... Unless something really crazy happens that we have to stop.
Mm-hmm. Where's the flashlight?
I don't know.
Oh, it's here in my lap.
You're a ding-dong.
Sorry.
So unless something so amazing and crazy happens that we have to stop and talk about it, maybe we'll get through this thing and then we'll finish it up.
Okay. Okay. Because I've got a couple of things that I want to say, but maybe I'll hold those till the end then.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask you really quick. At this point, as we've watched deeper into the movie, my note here says that the credits seem long after the fast-paced intro.
Oh, yeah.
It seemed a little bit long for that because it had the fast start.
It was just a black screen with words on it.
Right. Do you think that could have been music, or do you think it could have shortened it, or could have?
I think it was. Well, we don't usually critique credits unless there's something really nuts.
Well,
but I think it was fine after that crazy opening. It gave you time to think about it.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay,
if you had some crazy credits going on with lots of stimuli, you might. I mean, maybe it would have been too much.
It might have been overwhelming.
Yeah,
okay, that's an interesting thought. Okay,
it's fine. It's great. Good job.
Okay,
I actually like that. I wrote that I really like the camera work a lot.
Okay. I'm noticing it as standing out to me, and maybe this is a terrible idea. Maybe I should just shut up and watch the whole movie then give my opinion afterwards.
No, because that's something that we might have forgotten to talk about later.
Okay.
But yeah, I noticed right away that I kind of liked the camera work.
Okay.
The camera sneaking around and creeping up on people, and when David comes out into his above his staircase and his big giant house, all those cool shadows.
Oh, that was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, they did some really cool shadow work.
There's
on there.
There's a lot of things that I like there.
Yeah.
But I can't.
So it's visually appealing.
To me, though, when I say flat and shot with a single camera, to me that implies cheap, and I hate. I don't have a good enough vocabulary or whatever to express it any better than that.
Really bothering you that much?
It's not bothering me, except that I notice it.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That would bother me if I was noticing it.
For me, it won't bother me because I'll be able to go through the whole thing, and if I enjoy the story, I'll forgive and forget all the stuff.
Okay.
But as it's happening,
let's find out if that's what happens.
Arguably, that's distracting to me. Then I guess.
That's too bad.
But I'm still enjoying it.
Okay.
I can multitask and
be annoyed and enjoy it at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. I listen to boy bands. Never mind.
Wow.
Well, you always talk about my music, so.
Bye.
Just kidding. I don't listen to boy bands.
Okay, so a little more has happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm maybe starting to see what your... was it a complaint?
Here's my problem.
I mean,
it's not a complaint for me. It's something that I notice, and I think, Jason Lloyd from Horophilia, I think, would share my appreciation of this. Because we both love our So Big movies.
Okay.
They're so bad it's good.
Okay.
This
is definitely not that.
I think that's what it's going to be by the end.
Really? Okay.
I think so. And so that's why I can enjoy...
Well, I don't think it's trying to be so bad, though.
I don't think it's trying to be.
I mean, and it's not bad, but I'm noticing what you were talking about, how it's filmed,
mm-hmm.
or just the look of it, or...
Okay.
I don't know what changed, though, because while I was seeing it before, I saw it as something else.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes any sense. This has some really strong... feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling gives me the feeling of, like we were talking about going to, like the H.P. Lovecraft festivals,
mm-hmm.
the shorts.
Mm-hmm.
There were a few.
Can you feel the independent nature of it?
Well, yeah.
Okay. I don't know how else to say it.
Which is totally fine.
Okay. All right. And after me saying about, only one camera and stuff, like we totally switched to a fisheye lens and...
Yeah,
that's a lens, not a different camera necessarily, but yes.
There were some little tricks that
some of the special effects maybe fall a little bit short. And having said that, there are some special effects in here that I really liked.
Yeah.
Some of the more practical ones, but anyhow.
Well, yeah, I noted here that right after I said that I liked the camera work and the cool shadow effects and all of that
mm-hmm.
cool stuff, I saw a really super cheesy effect. And I was like, dang it.
This is why I said maybe this is a horrible idea and we should never do this again, because we should maybe see the entire thing and then make an opinion on what we just saw.
I'm not going to hold any of these things against it.
I'm not either, though. At this point, I'm still entertained, and it doesn't have to be...
Because we've got this creepy box.
Right? What do you think about that box?
I don't know. It has an octopus on it.
That really seems to bother you. You've asked me...
No, it's not bothering me.
Well, you've asked me like 3 times, what's with the octopus? What's with the octopus?
Well, I'm wondering, are the writers Lovecraft fans? I mean, it seems like anyone...
That was just my thing, because I was going to say, is this Dagon? Has it got something to do with Dagon?
Right.
Is it from the sea?
Are we going to go under the sea? What's going on?
Okay.
These days, everyone equates octopus
tentacles with H.P. Lovecraft. Yes.
And they really shouldn't, because if you're a Lovecraft fan like we are, you would know it has nothing to do with octopus.
Right. Tentacles and unnameable
octopuses.
things, maybe. Yes. Yeah. No, it's actually octopus. Is it octopus? Oh,
it
never
isn't
mind.
octopi.
It is not. It's octopus.
You can look that one up.
Yes,
it's octopuses.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, well, never mind. Anyhow.
Yeah, I promise you.
Getting off the track.
It's not like cactus. Cactus, cacti.
Okay.
It's not octopus, octopi.
Okay.
It's octopuses.
All right. I think you're wrong. Whatever. Okay. So, what else?
You really think I'm wrong? You're crazy.
Okay, maybe. Well, one doesn't preclude the other, though. Because I'm crazy doesn't mean you're wrong.
I'm
not
definitely
wrong.
right.
Anyhow.
It is not octopi.
We should get back to our movie.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, was there anything else before I hit the play button? And the end button here?
I was trying to talk about the box and the way that it opens and stuff when you derailed me with your octopuses. But I liked that it needed, I don't want to say blood sacrifice to open it. Whether it's a blood sacrifice or not,
Well...
That was interesting.
This is one of the things, and I'm totally going off on a tangent here, and I shouldn't, so I'll try to keep it short.
That's my fault. I should have let you start it again.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons why I watch horror movies.
Yeah.
Because I think if I was ever in an odd situation...
Right.
I just posted our short topic about the haunted house that we went in and saw thing. Like, had that lady been a creepy lady and with a chainsaw or something, I think I would have been able to deal with it. Because I watched enough horror movies.
Right.
Am I sounding paranoid now?
I don't think so.
But you know what I mean, though? It's like, I think I could spot a ritual coming. I don't think I could be duped into some things that some people are.
So what are you saying about this?
Oh, I'm just saying that Well, like you said, it was a blood sacrifice.
So you're imagining yourself here and what would you do kind of thing?
Yeah, but I do that in everything. Everything I watch and everything I see.
Well, it's good to question things. I mean...
Yeah, so anyhow, my point was that, yes, like, I smell a sacrifice. As soon as this whole thing started, I think, but...
If anyone in here does anything stupid or blindly... They're not blindly going into... I mean, they're seeing a reward at the end. They're here for their inheritance.
Right.
They're here for a ton of money. They're hoping...
So bringing it back to the movie...
They're going to do it.
Bringing it back to the movie, in this case, there's one thing that I do like about the writing, even though the delivery sometimes feels flat to me. I'm able to appreciate that the writing, because again, you mentioned something in a specific scene. I won't go into all the things or whatever. But then on screen, they immediately answer the question that you just put forth to me at the same time. And I appreciate that in any movie. So that's how I'm saying that I can have complaints about it and not like this and nitpick that.
Right.
If I didn't like it, I wouldn't care, and I just like none of that stuff would register. So I'm enjoying it so far. And,
okay, good.
Well, let's get back to watching the movie. So immediately after we talked last time,
yes, what happened?
It went off the rails.
Yes, it did. Real fast.
Do your same critiques and criticism hold at the end of the movie now, or has your opinion changed or modified?
They weren't criticisms per se.
Okay, well, critiques or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that pause. So okay.
Well, like you said, everything sort of went off the rail.
Yeah.
There were several really corny scenarios. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I said that this was going to end up a so big movie.
Did it?
For me, it did.
Okay.
I can
see that.
It was unevenly. It's uneven to me, the whole movie. So there's things that I really liked about it.
Right.
There's some really cheesy cornball things.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm going to say I liked the movie.
Okay.
What was your thoughts, though? So let's go back and let's review the things that we normally talk about.
Well, we covered some of them already.
We did already, but...
We don't want to...
Yeah, I don't want to retread anything that we already did here and stuff.
I still stick with, I don't know what issues you had with what actors, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I still think everyone did a good job and all that.
Okay.
The characters were all... They didn't all stay likable, but there was reasons.
Right.
I liked all the different kinds of people.
Okay.
We learned why they were all different.
A little bit, yeah.
Something that had to do with the box.
Right. We got an answer to your question about whether folks who watched this or that wrote this were into Lovecraft, or at least I did as soon as I saw the elder sign from the Simon's Necronomicon that was on the blackboard at some point there.
It felt more and more like a Lovecraft Festival short, only long.
Okay.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Just saying.
So...
there was more really nice special effects.
Yeah.
There were more not so special effects.
Well, that's what I said. It came down to feeling uneven.
Okay. Because at that one point, when they actually go outside, I couldn't help but write a little note here. Special effects from the 1950s? There was just some little tricks and things there that looked very, very old school.
Right.
But it went. I think it all fit together okay as a whole.
Okay.
With some of the corny things and some of the... It wasn't necessarily a bad thing.
Okay. Well, that's what I was saying. So this wound up, like I said, being being a so big movie, there's lots. I think to a general audience. So I mean, let's get down to the brass tacks. Then, would you recommend this to somebody else? What's your rating on the movie? Would you recommend it?
I liked it, so that's 3 out of 5.
Okay.
I would give a cautious recommend. I would think I would recommend it just to people who I know would appreciate it.
Okay.
As the general horror audience, I don't know. If someone wanted to sit down and enjoy a horror movie, I don't know if this is the one I would.
Okay. Because I don't think it was over the top enough to be arguably a horror movie.
Right.
And I don't think that it was,
it was
deep enough to be a psychological thriller.
I know what you mean, yeah.
So,
because it was obviously, it's a horror movie.
Yes.
But yeah, it was horror light.
Yes.
I think.
Yes. So, having said that, I mean, it's another one of those things where Lance Hendrickson was in it, but
just for a moment, for 2 moments,
for the beginning and the end. That was the big name. That's what they spent their money on, and so on.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm going to say here is never speed up the film.
No.
Because that always goes bad. But at any rate,
the character David, his agoraphobia does factor in. We theorized
we
that
knew that was, or surely felt that was coming.
Yeah, we thought that would factor in somewhere. That or his OCD. That were both of them.
Yeah.
What else? I don't know.
Okay.
What'd you think of the story overall? Were you satisfied with the ending? Like the direction it went?
Yes, I was.
It was kind of crazy as it was happening, but I don't know how I really feel about it.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm not sure. The ending, I'm not totally clear on.
Well,
I mean the final scene.
Sure, okay. That's one of those things where I think that I don't know if we'll do this again, this style or whatever, because I think we need a day to digest what we've seen.
Yeah.
And then give our opinion on it more than just going right along here.
Well, next week's Laid to Rest segment, we'll see if we have anything to add or amend.
All right. That sounds good. But anyhow, my rating, 3 out of 5, and a cautious recommend, yeah. Because I wanted to think of other movies that I could liken it to recommend. I would say, like In the Mouth of Madness. There's a lot of other movies that I could make reference to, but this would pale in comparison by those. You know what I mean? There were similarities to some of the 90s Necronomicon movie. There's a few other H.P. Lovecraft-like movies, or ones that claim to be directly from H.P. Lovecraft, that I could liken it to, that I think you would be better off, like The Unnameable, or there's other movies that I would suggest before I'd suggest this one. But having said that, to the right person, it's worth seeing.
Oh, yeah, I know people who would totally dig this.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Garbage in, garbage out. So we of course watched Watchmen again. So
yes,
we won't go into that. I guess we probably don't need to talk about that anymore.
No. I always say it's my favorite movie. So.
Yeah. So what else did we do? This week has been kind of busy. We've had a variety of things happen, both good, bad, and otherwise.
Yeah.
It's been a busy week. Unfortunately, Stan Lee just passed.
Yeah.
That's a sad thing. Also sad is the fires that we have going on out here. Now, they don't affect our area. They're not there, but it affects us.
We're not getting the fire. We're getting the smoke
and the ashes. We're not in fear for our homes and stuff like that. So I can't imagine those folks that have lost everything. But this is supposed to be a refuge from the real world here. So
yeah, what are you bringing up this stuff?
I don't know. What else do we have?
Because just before that was the shooting.
Yes, this is true.
It was like they were still talking about the shooting and interviewing people while they started spotting smoke in the hills while they were interviewing that.
Yeah.
So it was like I was listening to the news all day and it slowly shifted from this tragic shooting to, oh my God, now everything is on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a pretty rough week around here.
So, we haven't had what else have we watched? Is there anything else we watched?
We finally are all caught up on this season of Walking Dead. And we also started watching my favorite, Z Nation.
Yes, we did. Now,
I just love her.
We say almost, I want to say almost Walking Dead, because we actually need to watch it shouldn't be a spoiler right now to say that Rick Grimes has left The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I think everyone knows that by now.
All right, so we have the episode immediately after that to watch. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, we should watch that right now.
Yeah, this is Monday. It was on last night.
This is true.
Well, let's wrap this up so we could go watch it.
All right. Well, to do that, we're going to need a Crawling Chaos.
And if you've never checked out Z Nation and you like corniness with your horror, please check it out.
Indeed. So what's your Crawling Chaos?
Well, this is really strange.
Okay. I like strange.
Well, yeah.
I myself am strange and unusual.
Live people ignore the strange and unusual. I myself am strange and unusual.
It's a terrible sign. Sorry. Anyhow.
I need a flashlight. It's dark. Well, I saw this article a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. This says here that an aerospace executive in China has announced plans to launch a satellite which would serve as an artificial moon designed to illuminate a city at night.
A city? Just any city? What?
Well, I'm assuming a city in China. Yeah, a city in China. I don't know why they wrote it like that.
Okay.
But the unorthodox idea was reportedly revealed by Wu Chunfeng, who heads one of the main contractors for the Chinese Space Agency at a conference last week, which this was a couple weeks ago. And according to him, the faux moon will hover over the city of Chengdu, emitting a, quote, dusk-like glow, which would eliminate, it would illuminate also. It will eliminate the need for streetlights.
Wow, that's...
A satellite that's going to hang over the city and emit...
What could possibly go wrong with that?
A dusk-like glow. Isn't that crazy?
That is nuts.
I mean, and it sounds all sci-fi and stuff, but I read the article. I actually saw a couple different articles on this. I first heard about it on Coast to Coast, so you have to go, okay.
Okay, there's that.
I'm all about Coast to Coast.
All right.
But it's... Yeah, I mean, it's a real thing. They really are working on it. It says the executive is eyeing a 2020 launch for the fake moon.
That's crazy. You'll have to give me some links or something to that, because that sounds nuts.
Well, it says the idea may sound fanciful to some, but it appears to be quite serious. It's a serious endeavor. And the concept has been tested extensively for the last few years, and now looks to be almost fully feasible. Now, how would you feel about always having this bright, shining thing over your city?
I don't, that's what I mean. There's sleep patterns. There's things that I don't know, man. Don't get me started, because I'm going to say we're going to ruin the planet one way or another. But you know what? The planet's going to be just fine without us. We're a footprint or a footnote in the history of the Earth, I think. But we'll destroy ourselves yet.
Yeah, I think we might.
Yeah.
It's like this is taking modern technology to a whole new level. It says, lest one have concerns about how the illumination will impact wildlife in the area, an aerospace professor was quick to assure Chinese media that it will not be a problem thanks to its similarity in intensity to twilight. But that would drive me nuts.
There's a reason why people up in the north, 30 days a night. Come on, there's a reason why we have. Oh, never mind. Don't get me started.
Well, because it's China.
Yeah.
It says, be that as it may, that it shouldn't be a problem because it's a similar intensity to twilight.
Right.
Be that as it may, whether the residents want another moon is another matter altogether. Alas, they probably won't have much of a say in the decision, so hopefully they won't mind living under the light of a fake moon. So it's not, we're not voting or anything on this. Here's your moon.
It's just going to happen.
Enjoy. We don't have to have street lights anymore.
There's going to have to be repercussions of that.
It's like daylight and twilight.
Yeah,
and that's it.
That's so weird.
It sounds crazy.
That sounds nuts.
Well, it's coming to you in 2020, so
it's not coming to me.
Coming to someone somewhere.
That's nuts.
Anyway,
all right.
Yeah, I read that and I was just thinking, oh man, that's got crawling chaos written all over it.
Well, it sure does. All right. It's an orbiting chaos.
There you go.
All right.
That's the thing. It's not even going to be orbiting. It's just going to be hanging over their city. Like this eternal
Did Mr. Burns
bulb.
come up with this? Okay, anyhow, whatever. I think we killed it.
Yeah.
As always, you can get in contact with us by emailing me directly at madsaxon, MADSAXXON at yahoo.com. Look us up on Facebook by punching in VICISINTERIMO. Just friend me, S. Michael Jones. Thank you again to our patrons. At Lonely Bob, Big LV, and Goldafish. Stay tuned to see what we have coming in the new year. And, yeah, there you go. Thanks for listening. So I'm gonna have to cut this out here.
You always play the whole trailer.
Always.
How long are they? Aren't they like 4 or 5 minutes?
No, they're about 2 minutes maximum.
That's too long.
It is not. You don't know because you don't listen to podcasts.
I've heard them before on other people's podcasts, and it's dang annoying.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You are wrong.
You're wrong.
You are so wrong.
Anyhow,
you've never been wronger.
Oh, I'm sure that I have. I was
too.
married before. Okay.
All right, we've both been wronger.
All right. PATRIACH.
What?
PAT.
Hold on. PAT.
RIA. RCH.
RCH.
Yep.
Patriarch?
That's what I thought it was. It's a big word. I can use them. I just don't know how to.
I know.
When I see them. All right.
That's okay.
After the death of a much despised patriarch, a mysterious bark. What?
Bark? A mysterious bark? 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 Bark?
Oh,
bark? Bark?
Thank God we're not doing this live.
Woof.
I had thought about filming one, but no, this isn't it.
Oh dear. Would you wear a shirt?